Hey guys, so today it was announced that Ben Affleck would be moving on from the role of Batman because the Matt Reeves written and directed The Batman film is supposed to feature a younger version of Batman as opposed to the more seasoned and fatigued Bats we've seen in the BATFLECK appearances. A Batman that is earlier into his Batmaning career, and that comes as good and bad news because I did enjoy Ben as Batman because I think he had a great look for bats with his huge friggin' chin and that burned out, soulless look in his eyes. He was perfect for the weary old Frank Miller-esque Batman that Zack Snyder loves. But in his brief time as a Cape Crusader, Ben did give us 5 different looks as Batman, and I loved every single one of them. So today, before we look to the future of a much younger Batman, I'm here to run through the BATFLECK era and look at all the BATFLECK costumes we've gotten, as well as my favorite figures that represent that particular look. I'll try my best not to default into featuring hot toys on every single spot on the list, but again, no promises. Let's start with first appearance BATFLECK. This was awesome. I remember first seeing BATFLECK as Batman through promo shots, and immediately I thought he looked incredible. From that, again, huge chin fitting perfectly into a short-eared Batman cowl, to this being the first live action appearance of Batman in his more comic-inspired gray and black costume, and finally having a functional costume that allowed him to be agile and actually move like Batman was a damn dream come true. And this suit is technically used again in Suicide Squad, so high five for comic book continuity. And I think the figure that best represents this massive, bulky, Frank Miller-like Batman was the Mezco 112 Collective Batman figure. This figure is massive. It comes with a fabric base for the suit, so we really got to enjoy the fact that we are getting a Batman in his black and gray suit and not his usual all-black rubber suit like we did in previous movies. The gray fabric parts and the costume is pretty flat for the figure and not as textured as it is seen in the movie, but still a damn good representation for BVS Batman. So that is my pick for the BVS Batman look. Next up, we have Armored Batman. This was a hard one because we got the Mezco version looking super bulky with an all die-cast frame, Mafex looking thinner with more articulation, which was good, but that dark denim looking cape was less than good. So, my pick for the best version of this look for Armored BATFLECK is from the very short-lived DC Films line by DC Collectibles. A line gone too soon. This figure had LED light-up eyes, decent amount of accessories, good size, but the size and proportions didn't get in the way like they did for the Mezco figure. Good articulation without looking super thin like the Mafex version, so he kept his bulky proportions, and the key thing is he moved well enough, as well as an Armored Batman figure needed to move. Oh, and he had a nice wired cape, which is a nice touch. Next up from BVS is Nightmare Batman. Mad Max Batman. Such a badass look from the goggles on his head, the long coat. Such a damn cool design. Now for this figure, unfortunately, we have less options. We've got the weirdly thin Mafex version with the awkward as hell Ben head sculpt. I mean, seriously, look at that thing. Look at it. Then we have Mezco. And Mezco absolutely killed it with this one. This is such a damn good figure. It's all there. Fabric sits well on the figure. Great detail. Love this thing. So this round, easily Mezco. Next up, Justice League Batman. This is just an updated, more streamlined version of his BVS suit where he's less bulky, but the main core elements of the costume is still there. This is an easy one for me, and it's Mafex Batman from their Justice League line. Great proportions, great articulation, and the QC problems that plagued Mafex before were less of a problem as they made strides to improve their brand. This is one of my favorite Batman figures. Not just BATFLECK figures, but Batman figures, period. This is a great figure. Then, finally, BATFLECK suit from Justice League as well, but his tactical gear Batman suit. Here we have Batman taking his armored suit and streamlining the design and kind of implementing armored plates and placing it on top of his normal suit, which is a damn cool idea. It's pretty much him taking all his previous costumes and smashing them together. Spandex suit, throw it underneath. Armor, throw it on top. Goggles, fuck it, I'll use that too. And for this one, I have to go with the Hot Toys version. Mafex and Mezco did really well with with both their versions. Mezco with the overall look but less articulation. Mafex has great articulation, but it looks as if they went with a more stylized look for their version. It seemed like their version had a little too much gold on it. But like I said, both versions are great, but the Hot Toys version is amazing. Good God, that head sculpt is beautiful. The detail throughout the costume is excellent. And if I could only put one Hot Toys figure on this list, it'd have to be this version of that costume because Hot Toys absolutely crushed it. So there you go, guys. That's my list. That's my favorite figures for the various BATFLECK costumes. Do you guys agree with my list? Hate my list? Let me know in the comments below. But, be cool about it, guys. Don't need to be dicks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. See you guys later.